I've not really made any videos for YouTube over the last couple of years, not since the end of lockdown. I've been primarily focused on, building a social enterprise, trying to help others in various capacities. I think also I lost a bit of faith and inspiration because I can make videos. You'd see lots of other people getting, thousands of views, and mine never really reaching anybody. And I suppose that made me lose faith both in what I was doing, but also the inspiration for them. And it's dawned on me recently. I've had a bit of a tap on the shoulder that I need to make another video, and I wasn't really sure what I was going to talk about. But it's almost like a bit of an apology, and the apology is to the source of that inspiration. It's the source of inspiration that helped me back in 2015 to come through the most difficult period of my life, to create a foundational guide to help myself to overcome that situation. And it's also something that I've been wanting to share with others ever since, and I've tried to do it and share it in any capacity that I can, and that is God. It's my higher power, and it's the person, the thing, the entity that's been sat with me ever since I asked him, and I don't think I've ever given him credit for that. If I rewind back to those dark days in 2015, and I might lose you, yeah, that's fine. I know that it will resonate with some people. I was in this really dark place, and I remember I'd been sort of drinking too much because that was my coping mechanism at the time. It was quite a negative behaviour, but it's just one of those things that I've had to learn to sort of pull myself away from. I was lay there and I felt the worst I've ever felt. I didn't really think I could carry on the way that I could. I probably couldn't have. And I remember just praying, saying to God, please, if you can pull me out of this and help me get through this place of pain, I'll dedicate the rest of my life to you. And that night I fell asleep. I remember, I don't know whether I was in a dream state or awake or whatever, but there was some clouds out of the window, and I saw angels come out from the clouds and come down and descend to me and come and speak to me and give me love and care. And at that point, and again, it could be a dream, it could be reality, I don't know, I felt like I went away to this other place, this other planet, this other existence, and it was so real. There was people there that I was having full conversations with, and these are people I've never met before in my life. There were animals and creatures that I've never seen on Earth, but they were there, fully formed. And I know the imagination's a pretty creative thing, but this was as real as it could have been. And it stayed with me, because a lot of dreams, they tend to sort of fade as quickly as you try and remember them. But this one stayed with me. I can still, see it as clearly as day now. And the only other things that I can see that vividly are incidents that have occurred, say, in Afghanistan, where, there's been a significant sort of searing memory onto the brain. Bizarre. But when I woke the next day, I knew that my life had to change. And it's not been, an upward trajectory since then. It's been up and down, up and down. However, it's been up and down, and then slowly, gradually getting better and better to, the point 10 years later, I'm, in a great place. Everything is sort of as good as it could be. I'm very happy and very blessed and very lucky. And it also, that experience really did make me commit to being guided by God to do whatever it was that he felt I was to do. But I've been embarrassed. I've been ashamed to say that, and I've been scared of the reaction of others to say that I have found God and committed myself to him. And I don't mean religion. Religion and God are two separate things to me. I think that religion, has its place. It obviously has some great guidelines, but it's not what I found. I found a connection with a higher power, a source of inspiration that was there to help me become the best person that I could be in the mission that I felt that I know that he set me. And mission and purpose are really important as well, because I think that we all need mission and purpose. We all need that goal to work towards, with milestones in between. And so my mission and purpose has clearly been that, to dedicate my life to trying to guide people towards God, towards a higher power, because I think that we all in the West certainly have a very large God-shaped hole in our lives right now. We've become secular, we've become lost, and I don't it's time for me to sort of, put my line in the sand and mark my position. This is my value. This is my standard. I believe in God, and I believe that He is here to guide me to help others to become the best version of themselves. And I've been very blessed to be able to help other people. I run a social enterprise which is designed to help other people. We do expeditions overseas based on commando raids from the military past, but it's a mechanism which allows people to come together to offer hope and inspiration and peer support to each other. And these are all excellent attributes and characteristics. They're charitable, they're kind, they're compassionate, they're empathetic, and it's about supporting each other. And I've been supported during my journey by many people. And so when I got to a position where I could help others, I know that I had to give back. And it's really interesting that I was fearful, and I probably am now. When I put this out on YouTube later, I could suspect that people will be crazy, think I'm crazy, that I've lost the plot finally, or more so. But ultimately, I think that it's important for me to own this and to own my love and relationship for God, for my higher power, and what people make of that, they will. And yeah, I think it's a really important thing for us all to be able to do, to have our position and to stand by it. And actually, right now, when we look at the world falling apart around us, from a societal level, relationships with across the country, the way that the politicians don't seem to actually support us, that they do everything that they can to try and create distrust and disharmony and damage and poverty. We can't rely on those sources that we've looked towards since we've lost religion in the UK and in the West. I think for me personally, it's now time to try and reinvigorate that connection with God and everything that comes with that. And so primarily the message is about me stating that position as clearly as possible, that I am a man of God and I've dedicated my life to Him, and I follow the path that He lays out for me to help other people to find that connection also. And so I may lose, it's not like I've got lots of followers anyway, but I may lose all of you, and that's fine, because at least I've been able to own this position, and also not anymore be afraid of the fact that it is down to Him that everything that happens from here happens, good or bad. And I'd hope that some of you are able to find that as well and have that courage in your convictions, which eluded me for so long. So, peace, and we will speak again soon.